Okay, so we've already gone over your freehold estates, and we know that that's ownership. Freehold estates is ownership. That's where you own the property. Well, now we're going to go over your non-freehold estates or leasehold estates. And what did I say about that? If the freehold is ownership, the non-freehold or leasehold is the rentals, right? That's where you rent a property. So you don't own it, you're renting it on the non-freehold or leasehold, okay? There's 3 tenancies or estates as they call them. And that's where it gets a little tricky, but you have to just know that these 3 estates are rentals. These are the non-freehold. That's your estate for years, your tenancy at will, and your tenancy at sufferance. Okay, so let's quickly look into what your non-freehold is. When we talk about your estate for years, we're talking about something that has a specific starting and a specific ending date. You would usually have a written lease agreement with these. So it would say that it's going to start January 1st of 2020, and it's going to continue on for however long that you have decided, you people have decided to, the landlord and tenant have made an agreement how long that lease is going to be. It could go as long as 99 years, but it has a beginning start date and an end date. And that's what you need to know about your estate for years, okay? Lease agreement could be up to 99 years, but it has to have a beginning date and an end date. Then we look at a tenancy at will. The difference between the estate for years and the tenancy at will is that the tenancy at will has a beginning date, but it doesn't have a definite ending date. So it's kind of an agreement between the parties that yes, you can rent my property starting on this date. So it has the starting date, but we've never made a specific ending date. And that's where your tenancy at will comes. So what happens is, I might rent that property for you. Maybe I don't want to live in the property right now. And I say, okay, as of March 1st, you can go ahead and rent that property, and you can rent it either by the week or the month. And I say that starting that date, but we don't know when I'm going to need to sell it, move back in, whatever. So we have no definite end date. But right now, it's okay. Go ahead and live in there. And I want $50 a week, or I want $300 a month. So it's basically, you're just moving in, you have a start date, but no end date. Now, the thing that you need to know about this is that if you are renting that out on a week-to-week basis, when you want to terminate the lease, you have to give them a 7-day notice. If you want to do a month-to-month, so you say, okay, you can pay me at the beginning of every month, so you're doing a month-to-month tenancy, you'd have to give them a 15-day notice in order to have them move out. So now we've got your estate for years, definite start date, definite end date. Your tenancy at will, definite start date, but no definite end date, okay? Now we have your tenancy at sufferance. Your tenancy at sufferance